Now, right. So, as I was just saying, this is a presentation that is designed for us to evaluate emerging and existing crypto tokens, where we can use the criteria to establish whether they could have good potential for shorter and longer term gains. And this spreadsheet is available for anyone in the community who wishes to use it. And what we've got here is basically down the left, there's all the tokens, and I've actually put in there some quality tokens, a few of them at the top, as well as some emerging ones, some more what we call small cap or micro cap tokens that have recently launched. And yeah, so these are genuine tokens that I've been researching through various channels. And so they aren't just there for nothing. They actually have huge potential. And this has taken quite a bit of research and I'd say a good 30 or 40 hours of stuff. So this is just for the paying members. So you can take this away. Then the next column, what's called the ticker symbol. The ticker is the short name for the crypto and the way it's listed on the exchange. Whereas the other name, that's its actual name. That's its actual name that it's known by. But sometimes the ticker symbol is a completely different set of a word or letters that are sometimes unrelated to its name. Then this needs to be populated. We just started populating a few things, but basically, yeah, I'm going to populate it at some stage, or you can populate it yourself, but it depends if you want to wait for me to do it. Yeah, that's okay. But so every site will have a website. So we need to put the website in there because that's then a significant resource. Then a significant part of evaluating crypto is the size and the size of the community, and also their activeness, their participation, their knowledge base as well, the demographics. All of these things are very important for the community. And we've got just Telegram and X there, but another important social media platform for crypto is Discord as well. And then there's obviously other social media platforms as well but I think Discord and X and Telegram are probably the three main ones. Then you've got the narrative. Now, when we put narrative, what we mean by that is that narrative appearing all over the place in alternative media, social media, even mainstream media? If it's hitting mainstream media, it possibly is. It's possibly getting a bit too late for any really good gains, but it's also a really good sign that it's getting real legs. So the narrative is often what will drive the, sorry about that, door just slammed. The narrative often drives the activity around the price and the buying and selling or selling of the token. Because sometimes the narrative might not be positive, might be negative. Then we've got influencers. What influencers, what sports stars, music stars, what actors are promoting the token? That can have a significant bearing on the price. Then we've got to look at the team, and you'll get that from the website. The team is so important. Who are they? who's the CEO, who's the CFO, the CTO, which is a very important one, the Chief Technology Officer, the team and their pedigree, their background is very important. Then the next one we've got is total value. It should say total value locked, not total value lot. It's TVL is it's the total amount of the token that is staked. And the higher the amount that's locked up, the more confidence the community have in the token. And it's also a sign of how much they, as the token got a staking component for one thing, and which means you can earn a passive income from it. So that is invariably very important, but it won't apply to every token. It'll only apply to those tokens that are on a decentralized finance layer 1 platform like Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, or layer 1 or layer 2. So that means it's a smart contract, decentralized finance platform. So to find out the total value locked, I just go to my thing. We go to a site called DeFiLlama.com. DeFi Llama will tell you a lot of very useful information about literally the value of the amount locked. And obviously Ethereum is leading the way by a huge margin. It's got 40 billion. TVL is 40 billion, but then it's got a total of 70 billion in these it's stable. So I think that the extra is all the total value locked for Ethereum is 40 billion, but the extra is all the others that are in the layer 2s that are also staked, I think. Or it might be actually not sure. I've got to do more research myself on this, but you can get the basic figures here, and as you get to learn it, it will be a go-to on a regular basis. So there's a heck of a lot to learn in this space. But anyway, that's just giving you a quick heads up on DeFi Llama. So going back to the spreadsheet, just following my my prompts. Then it comes to the exchanges. What exchanges is it listed on, or is it about to be listed on? Because if it's announcing that it's going to be, say, listed on a major exchange, a major centralized exchange like Binance or Coinbase, then that often has a significant bearing on the price once it actually is listed. Then you can also look at what decentralized exchanges is it listed on as well. The two main ones at the moment are Uniswap and PancakeSwap. Completely decentralized exchanges, completely self-autonomous running, but they don't do anywhere near the volumes of the centralized exchanges at this point. That is going to change as time goes on. So we've listed here Coinbase, Binance, also Kraken and KuCoin. They're quite big exchanges as well. And Kraken is another USA exchange, so that's quite an important one. Then we've got wallets, and it's basically just prompting you as to what, does it have its own native wallet, or what other wallets can you get the token on? Often they will do partnerships with MetaMask, which is an Ethereum wallet. And if it is an Ethereum-based token, or it has an Ethereum smart contract, which I can show you how to find that, then it will be invariably on the MetaMask wallet. But there will be other wallets, other layer one wallets for Solana. Solana has its main wallet. It's called Phantom, and each of the other layer ones will have their own wallet. And then you've got other general wallets that do with multiple chains. So you'll have specific native wallets and you'll have general wallets. And you've got hard wallets. So there's quite a bit to disseminate with wallets. But this is mainly just so that you know that you're just prompting you so that you are finding out what is the key wallet, which generally you'll find from their website. Then partnerships. What partnerships? Who are they who are they partnering with? Super important, especially if it's with a major player in the traditional finance sector, like say Visa. Any partnership with a big player like Visa or MasterCard or a big corporate, that is going to be significant for the price of the token and the veracity of it, because it means that they'll be onboarding eventually. They'll onboard a lot of people as it grows. Then you've got to look at the metrics of the token. This is very important. You'll have what's called the maximum supply. That is the absolute maximum number of tokens that they will ever issue in its life. And this is one thing about why we love crypto, is because there is a finite supply, not like our fiat currency, which is infinite supply. And that's why they are going down, really going down in value now, because they print to infinity, and all that does is dilute the value of the currency, which makes inflation go up, which makes price go up, as I'm sure you know. Then you've got the circulating supply. The circulating supply is how many of the tokens have actually been purchased and are floating around in the market. So if that circulating supply is getting close to the total supply or the maximum supply, then you know that then the price pressure is going to get closer to actually going up. Also, by the way, I missed total supply. So total supply and maximum supply are actually different. Maximum supply, as I says, the amount that would ever be listed or released, whereas total supply is the amount that has been at this point has been released. It's because sometimes what they do is they hold tokens back. They put them in what's called escrow, which is a kind of an account where they're frozen up. And in the case of Ripple's XRP, the maximum supply is 100 billion, but the total supply at the moment is around 60 billion, if I remember rightly. So, yeah, sometimes there's a difference between those two. So, yeah, so that's what that is. Then you've got the current market cap. CAP stands for capitalization. That is a key metric that shows the total value of the project with the total circulating supply times the price. So that's a quick way to gauge whether, how it's going along on its journey. Is it, if it's a very low supply, anything under 200 million is seen as pretty small. Anything under 50 million, that's very, very small. Once you're getting over 500 million, then you're getting up into the bigger league. once you get over 2 billion or so, then you're getting right up there. And so the growth of the price and the project is obviously going to be much, much slower than a market cap that's under 100 million or so. So this is how you can gauge where the price might go. It gives you an idea of possible upside, if you like. And then fully diluted market cap is if all the tokens are released, the total supply is released out into the market. That's what it will be in a fully diluted state. Then the tokenomics is another very important. You need to analyze the tokenomics, and the tokenomics will always be in their white paper or light paper, which will be on their website, or it's also often listed on coinmarketcap.com or in CoinGecko. And we'll go into there after this. But tokenomics, so you want to see how many tokens is the team, is like if the team are getting a lot of the tokens, that turns a lot of people off. You want to see how many are they allocating for, say, airdrops, which is like free money. How much are they allocating for staking? How much are they allocating for giveaways and that sort of thing? And you know, how many of the tokens overall are going into the community as opposed to special people, the team, maybe project developers and that sort of thing. So you want a good tokenomics. Another very important one is what is its use case? What category of use case is it in? Is it a gaming token? Is it an AI token? Is it decentralized physical infrastructure, real world assets, tokenizing project, payments, you know, and those are probably the key ones at the moment. So some of them are in more than one bracket. Like XRP is going into payments, real world assets, tokenizing. It's getting into everything pretty much. So that's another thing to consider. Then you want to look at the more metrics around the chart. Look at the chart, look at it in its all-time view, look at it in the logarithm view, and then look at it over, they'll have it in 1 day, 7 days, 1 month, 1 year. And you want to look at where the price is now compared to its all-time high and its all-time low. And then you can, if it's way below its all-time high, and it's a very good token that ticks a lot of boxes, then it's ripe for buying, potentially a ripe for buying. And then look, obviously you want to look at the current price and see where it is in relation. Release date. Is it already released, or sometimes they're in pre-launch? And so it might be what they call in the test net, which means it's just being tested out with the community. And often, if that's the case, they will give you free tokens to be part of their test net. But if it's already released, then that won't apply. When you're looking at small tokens and new tokens that are coming out, that date is quite important so that you can get in before it actually launches, what they call the main net. When it launches, it's the main net. When it fully launches to everybody. And that's also important because often you can get bonus tokens if you buy before that. And like I say, airdrops, and you get other benefits. Bear in mind also that sometimes that's not the best time to buy. Often if there's a lot of airdrops, the price will plummet when it's released. in its main net, because all those people who got free tokens just sell them. So it's often better to wait, let it drop, and then buy it. Because a lot of people are just looking for quick fix, quick gains. Then you want to analyze, is it a layer one? Is it a layer one or a layer two? Not all, obviously, only smart contract decentralized platforms are going to fit in that category. And so, yeah, so basically, you just want to see what it is. And what you'd also want to ascertain, well, what blockchain is it listed on? If it is a layer two, or if it is just, it might just be a project. It's neither. It might be just a project that's, say, listed on the Ethereum blockchain or on the Solana blockchain, or whatever it is. So yeah, so if it's a project, it might just be purely listing on a blockchain, or it might be its own native blockchain. It might be completely standalone. They built their own blockchain from ground up, from scratch, and that is also useful information to know. It would be very much important to know that. And then there's a few other things that I would consider as well when you're evaluating. Consider the macro market as well as the specific token. So what I mean by that is, well, what's happening in the overall market? Like we are at the, I used the terminology the other day, the bulls are snorting at the gate. And what that means is the bull market is about to begin, or it's actually begun. Many people say now we are in a bull market, and I would say that that's absolutely correct. So if that's the case and it's in its early days, it is a very good time to be buying a token. Absolutely. And so now, even though you know, some of the tokens have already started to run in price, but it's a good time to buy a smaller token if you believe it's ticking all the boxes. So you want to know where you are in the market. Bear in mind, we're at around 1.85 trillion now. Its all-time high has been 3 trillion. So we're still 1.2 trillion away from its all-time high. So we're still in an overall generally good space, but you want to check the details of the project as well as the overall, so you can sort of weigh up the relativity. Yeah, so where are you in the overall cycle? I suggest that you pick just 2 or 3 key categories, and then spread your investment across them. Because then you're putting your eggs in different baskets. Not only are you're diversifying with the token, but you're diversifying across different categories. Like, you might have one in an AI token, one in a gaming token, one in, say, tokenizing project, or real world assets. Look at the top performing tokens in that category, and then see if you can pick the next up and coming. So if one token's already kind of run away and is quite established, then look at if your token is where it is in relation to the top performers. And CoinGecko will tell you that. So often the new kid on the block will do very, very well if the top ones are doing very well. DCA means dollar cost average. So yeah, you might want to put in, say, a little bit each week or every month or so, and dollar cost average. Don't plunge all your money on all the tokens all at once. It's not often a good idea. Just bleed your money in. Don't sell if you're in a loss, if you're confident of the token. So this is why it's good to keep your eye on the token and how it's going. And even if you're in a loss, like a lot of people are underwater with their token at the moment, but that is irrelevant if you know that if you're confident that eventually it's just going to reignite. The whole market has been down for the last 2 years. It's been pretty vicious kind of bear market, what they call a bear market. So if you have done your analysis and you are still, well, I think this has got a bright future, then hold on, because you only make a loss when you sell at a loss. Consider long-term holds versus short-term profit. So have a strategy around, well, these are my long-term holds. I'm either going to sell a small amount, take some profit, or I'm not going to sell at all. But these other tokens, I'm going to take profit on, and think about what percentage that might be. Have an exit strategy. It's very important to have an exit strategy, or a strategy, even if you're going to partially exit, but maybe it's you want to hold forever, but you've got to have a strategy around how much you're going to exit, and what after that, what are you going to do after that as well. And consider the cash you've got in your bank versus crypto. Make sure, even though the banks are looking very wobbly, don't drain your bank account completely and then they struggle to survive because you can't use your crypto properly. So make sure that you've got yourself set up with, say, a crypto card. Like I've got a crypto card. I actually been using mine quite a bit now, and I've been paying bills. I actually paid off my car using my crypto card the other day. And so I can help you if you want a card that can be used anywhere. They are available. You just got to pay. You got to pay for them. Yeah, and just consider your cash flow, your money coming in via crypto, your money coming in via traditional fiat, and and weigh up what your other assets that you're holding that are illiquid versus your liquid money that's coming in. And consider diversification with other asset classes. Like, you might be invested in a business. It might be your own business. That's another sort. That's a sort of asset, or property, metals. You might want to put some money into gold and silver, or you may even want to put some money in the share market. But I'm not an expert on share market, and I don't believe in telling you advice on something I don't know anything about. So get some advice on that. If I were going in the share market, I would be looking at the tech stocks myself and evaluating them, because a lot of the tech stocks that are going are actually very connected to building a lot of these crypto projects. So they're kind of tied to the hip, and particularly things like AI narrative, again, is bleeding into the share market. NVIDIA is doing, I think NVIDIA is just going on fire. They make the computer chips for some of these gaming projects and for blockchain firms and all sorts of things. So that's just my view there. Not financial advice, just what I've experienced. And I was just going to give a quick look at CoinGecko, which I've got up. This is where you can do just about all your research, because they will have everything in one place. Either CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. Both of them are good websites. And say, like, if I clicked on Ethereum, it's going to give you the chart. It's going to give you, obviously, the current price. You've got all the metrics, the total market capitalization, the fully diluted valuation. The 24-hour trading is another metric that's worth looking at. If it's getting significant volume, Sometimes there's a lag period before it actually translates to the price. And you can also see how much it's gone up or down and compare it from previous. Circulating supply, total supply, and all of that. And see maximum supply, they've got nothing there. So the total supply is the same. Then you can get information on wallets. So that's like an ad really promoting their wallet. So there's the website there. Explorer is where you go to the blockchain Explorer, where you can, if you want to check a transaction and you're not sure it's gone through, you go to the Explorer and you put in your address and it will scan it and it will show you your transaction and tell you if it's gone to the destination or where it is. So that's also very useful. You've got the wallet names. You've got Ledger there. They've got MetaMask, SafePal, and these other two, but MetaMask is their key wallet. Community, they've got Twitter, X. This is sort of more technical stuff that I don't really, we don't really need to know about. We don't need to know the source code. Categories. So they've got, it's a smart contract platform. It's a layer 1. FTX holdings. Not sure what they mean by that. Multi-coin capital portfolio proof of stake. So it'll tell you all the different categories that it's in. So when I was talking about narratives and stuff, well, yeah, that's all quite relevant to that. You've got the all-time high, the all-time low. As an interesting point, Ethereum has gone up 609,291.6% since it was released. Oh, you need to buy it at 43 cents. Yeah, and it gives you the latest weekly range of price and the 24-hour range. Yeah, so and then these are the pairs trading with the US dollar and that sort of thing. So that's kind of, and there's tons of other information if you wanted to spend time and all about the history and what it's used for. There's a ton of information here. And as I say too, when you look at the chart, it's okay to look at the 24-hour chart, but I like to get the big picture view. So that's why I'd look at year, look at the year, look at what it's doing over the year at a glance. And then you can look at ever since it started. And you can get an idea of where it is from its all-time high at a glance. And as I can say, you can see that if it's been up at this price around 4,300, 4,500 it got to, and it's down here, it's still got a fair bit of legs, still got a way to go. And I think Ethereum will go over $10,000, possibly even this year. So, yeah, I don't particularly like the ethics behind Ethereum, but it's another story. But still, I think it's a pretty safe token. It's probably almost as safe as Bitcoin, and that's seen as a safe token as well. But safe is very relative. Depends on what BlackRock and Fidelity decide to do with these tokens. So yeah, so basically I went through that quite fast because of time, but that gives you a very good idea of analysis of and you can do it on your existing portfolio as well as new tokens, and just so that you can see where you're at with what you've already got. And I think it's a good idea to do the spreadsheet, and then you can always then refer back to it if you need to. So I'll stop the recording there.